Rapper hood and this, I got rich and I'm still in a hoop and twitch.
Hey, are you planning a wedding at Ethereal Gardens, or are you looking for wedding venues out there and just trying to get a better sense of what it's like to have a wedding? Well, I'm Joe, DJ MOJOE, a DJ down here in Southern California, specializing in weddings and private events with over 500 events under my belt, and I'm excited to walk you through this video of a wedding that I DJ for Chantal and Colin at Ethereal Gardens. I've made previous videos on this particular venue, but this wedding I'm super excited about because it's all the right jams with the music, the vibe, everything. So if you're interested in learning more, stay around in this video. I'll be sharing with you some clips on my screen, and I'll be stopping and pausing as we go, giving you some commentary, some feedback on what's happening. Let's dive in. This is Colin and Chantal's wedding on February 2nd, 2024 at Ethereal Gardens. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is DJ MOJOE. We are here at the beautiful venue Ethereal Gardens down here in Escondido for Chantal and Colin's wedding. Today is February 2nd, 2024. I've made several videos of this venue at Ethereal Gardens, but today in particular, I'll be covering the setup and what I've done here today. It's gonna be a beautiful wedding. The sun's out. It rained yesterday, so everything's fresh and green. If you're getting married here at Ethereal Gardens, I'll walk you through just what it's like to get married here. And if there's anything else you want to see, feel free to message me as well or leave it down in the comments. But I want to share with you this grotto behind me. This is where Chantal and Colin will get married. Just pet care if you want your dog to be... All right, so first of all, we just witnessed a beautiful ceremony, and there's going to be more of it in a bit. But right here, this is the grotto here at Ethereal Gardens. And as you notice that this grotto is pretty huge, and depending on your guest count, we can fill this area with more rows of chairs to accommodate a larger wedding party. But this is nice. It's February, things are green, it just rained, and this provides some good covering, some good shade, so no one's really out in the heat. And for my setup is on the left side. People will be coming from the right side coming in. So this is one of the locations where you can get married at Ethereal Gardens. There's the grotto, there's the barn, and there's the outdoor lawn in the back. Ethereal Gardens is a beautiful venue. It's a great, spacious venue to have different sections for different parts, whether your ceremony, your cocktail reception. I've experienced several different ways on how to do this, but ultimately it is your choice on how you want your wedding to be. But this right here, this grotto, is something very special. How often do you get to see a setup like this? You don't. I know a lot of my couples, they like this venue because of its uniqueness and how pretty it looks. And right here for this next part, just pet care if you want your dog to be taken care of at a wedding, which is really nice. I was taking little clips and I had to show this part right here because if you have a dog and you want to bring them at the wedding, but you also want to make sure that the dog is being taken care of, there is a dog attendant that you can hire. I forgot the name of this one in particular. I'll leave it down in the description below so you can check out all the vendors who were involved at this wedding. But we have this person here taking care of their dog. Look how cute their dog is. You know, and it's really nice to know that your dog is being taken care of while you go out and have some fun. So having a dog attendant, I didn't know that was possible, but you can have one at your wedding. So this is really good. If you're considering of bringing your dog, check out any dog attendants nearby that you can hire and make sure that they're professional as well. All right, so here we're about to begin with the ceremony.
those who are present, and Universal Life Church. I am honored to pronounce you both husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Get your flower and petals ready. I am so thrilled to be presenting to you the newlyweds, Chantal and Colin.
Yeah. That was amazing. Beautiful ceremony. Now I want to give you a few things that happened here. One thing I'm not sure if you noticed is that there is no mic stand, and I've been removing my mic stands from my ceremony to have a cleaner look. If you notice that it's a very simple setup, and we didn't want any visual distractions during the ceremony. So I had their officiant, their friend, to have a lapel mic, which I clipped it on their attire. So that microphone picks up just the officiant. And then when it's time for the couple's vows, there is a wireless handheld microphone that the officiant can hold. It provides a clear sounding and really good quality audio, not just for the guests to hear, but also for the videographer if they're capturing any audio. So this provides a clean setup, super easy to accomplish this. I like the setup of one lapel mic and one wireless handheld microphone. It's movable with a handheld for any readings. If anyone else is giving a reading, a prayer, someone singing, or anything during the ceremony, and the officiant is hands-free with the lapel mic. So I just want to take note of that. I'm off to the side on the left. There is an elevated platform where I'm able to provide my sound and really set up my sound gear and that setup to provide audio for the wedding ceremony. And this is very important. There's a lot of people here. We want to make sure everyone can hear what's happening in front clearly, and also for the videographer to capture audio that can be added later to their wedding video. So the other thing to note was that they were throwing, I believe, if I remember, some rose petals. Now, it's super important if you were to do this to remind your guests, or actually let your guests know ahead of time about what's going to happen at the end of the ceremony. For me, I was able to hop in there at the beginning and make a quick announcement letting them know about that. So it's really instilling the seed of the thought that this is going to happen, and the officiant is the one going to remind them and time them when to throw the rose petals as the bride and groom walk back out. So it's really good to not just present the idea one time and expect everyone to do it accordingly, but plant the seed early at the beginning, so that way when people are reminded of doing that thing, they will recall that, oh yeah, that's right, that person did tell us about this moment's happening. I'm ready. So that's one of the things to prepare for this moment. That's why everyone along the aisle or the edge of the aisle were ready to throw the rose petals, and it just makes it, everyone is actively engaged and doing what they're supposed to do as they walk out. And it created such an amazing effect. So this was the ceremony for Colin and Chantal, and let's see what else we have going on here today. We're all done with the ceremony area. We invited guests over to the cocktail hour on the other side. But I just want to let you know the DJ setup is in this nice area away from the view. So the guests and the gear and the equipment, all the cables and wires is out of sight. But people are able to hear everything clearly with a power outlet, raising platform, and all of that. So this is the ceremony area. This is the grotto. And then I'll show you the cocktail hour, and I'll show you what I did. Here we are at the cocktail hour area. The space right here. Sometimes people have the option to do lawn games, and they can just really enjoy this outdoor area space. And then right over here is the marquee, where there's a bar and restrooms and all that. So you have two areas for cocktail hour. And this is my setup right here, what I'm doing for cocktail. I'm actually be DJing. I'm running a speaker right here, a clean setup, and I'll be showing you my setup back here, my controller. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. They give me a good playlist that I'll be mixing, so people will be able to hear the music, and then later the tent reception is behind me. We'll invite guests over there for the reception. So I just want to share with you this setup right here. The great space, and we have the string lights above right here as well. So we're going to enjoy the cocktail hour for the next hour or so, and then invite everybody over to the reception. All right, so this is the cocktail hour area for Chantal and Colin, and it was kind of chilly. A lot of people stayed inside, indoors, but they were able to hear the music. One thing to note here is that I've also done a wedding where we had it all outside in this area right over here, and that's more appropriate for a much intimate setting. I think the last wedding I DJ was maybe for like 20 people or 30 people or so that happened outside right here. Just note though, there is a sound ordinance, so I wasn't able to go that loud, but people still had an amazing time, and we brought the dance floor closer, the dancing closer to my DJ speakers. So just want to give you an idea, if you're planning to have it out here, this is perfect for more of an intimate setting instead of using the tent. Because if you realize, the tent has a huge dance floor, which you're about to see. And here, there is no specific dance floor. Everywhere is a dance floor. But most likely, from my experience, people will gravitate towards the speakers to dance. So this is the outdoor area, and this is a simple setup, but like I mentioned earlier in this video, you can have it however you like. More lounge seating, decorations, games, you name it, which it'll be perfect for those warmer seasons during summer, maybe during fall or spring. But just want to give you some ideas on what you can do here. But in the next clip, you're going to see the setup inside for the reception. Hour or so, and then invite everybody over to the reception. Here we are at the reception at Ethereal Gardens. This is my setup right here. I'm running 4 speakers to cover this wide space. We're going to invite guests in later. Sometimes we do the grand entrance on this side of the tent, or sometimes we do grand entrances over here. But we have this huge dance floor for the dance floor area later. But this is a great space. It can hold a lot of people in case you're having a large guest count. And then I have my uplights spread out throughout the tent, so when it gets dark, it really creates a nice ambiance and feel. My booth right there has a slideshow of the couple that they sent me pictures, and I put that together on display to help tell their love story. So I have that over there. We have some moving heads later, and then these speakers right here. It covers this whole space area, so wherever guests travel, they can hear the music clearly. So this is the reception area of Ethereal Gardens here at the tent, and now it's time for me to play some music. All right, just before we continue with the video, one thing to note about this, I did mention about the uplights that I brought with me. It will look amazing underneath the tent, especially that the tent is white. The colors will really pop out. The other thing I want to share is that if you notice that there are some heaters down below, this day it was kind of chilly. People were cold, and the great thing about Ethereal is that they've thought about this ahead of time, and they have some heaters to keep your guest warm. So throughout the venue space, we had different heaters just to keep the heat inside and make your guests more comfortable so they can enjoy the night and dance comfortably. So I had the uplights, we had the heaters, we had the bar on the right. Everything is contained right here. Also, the other thing I want to share with you is that I have these amazing speakers, BassBoss speakers. I love them. They are very great speakers in terms of the sound quality and the bass that it provides. And it just, you can hear a more premium sound. So I'm super happy to use these bass speakers that you hear, BassBoss speakers that you see right here. And this is my setup for Chantal and Colin. One thing I also want to note was that I created a slideshow for them. They sent me pictures, and I was able to put it together and put it in front of my video DJ booth. So this adds a much more personalized touch to the wedding. And as guests look at me, they can see the screen and look at the fun memories that they've created throughout their lives together. So that's a nice personalized touch. And yes, you don't have to use a slideshow in case you are shy and don't want to display your pictures. We can put anything up there, a design with your names, a monogram design, or maybe a simple image. However you want, that's something that we can work together to put on display. So that's what we have for the setup. Let's continue the video. Time for me to play some music.
It's a lot to
Reeves, Joe Walker, Parker, and Emmanuel. Oh, there we go, there we go.
So notice here, now we are moving on to the grand entrance, and this is an option for the couples if they want to do this. I personally love doing this where we invite guests to get around the dance floor, and I was able to really fill that space instead of having the guests watch from their seats. This is a big venue, and in terms of the reception space, to get people more involved, instead of watching things from afar, you have the opportunity for the DJ, for the MC, to really bring the energy to the dance floor. And that's what we did here. So we got people set up where they need to be, and then we continue with the grand entrance. We started off with the groomsmen and then the bridesmaids.
Because it is now time to welcome our beautiful ladies, our bridesmaids tonight.
So the wedding party are starting to form a tunnel for the couple right over here. If you notice, yeah, having people around the dance floor helps so much with the energy. Now I get it. It really depends on the venue space. Sometimes there's not enough room, and I totally get that. There's different ways how we can get the crowd engaged, even though they can't stand there. But in this case, for Ethereal, I think it's a great option to have guests standing. And although I understand that you may have some special moments that require the guests not on the dance floor for those intimate moments like your first dance, and that's totally understandable. And having a good DJ and MC to understand that, we can transition slowly into that moment. But right here, right now for the grand entrance, this is something that's needed to really bring the energy. And this is something that what the couple wanted. And it really sets a tone early in the night that, hey, we came here to party, we came here to celebrate and have a good time. So that's what we did here. And I played different songs here for each group, for the groomsmen, for the bridesmaids, and for the couple. And it was Friday, so we decided to play this song right here, and it got the crowd pumping and going. So here's the thing. Song choice is important, especially with this song, Friday. It was an upbeat song, and it was easy for people to just jump, fist pump, and just really help create that party atmosphere.
Enjoyed the speeches. Now we're going to invite.
All right, so I didn't catch that much footage in between from the grand entrance to here, but we had dinner and now we had some speeches, and this is just a little clip of me emceeing, and as you can tell, we're working with a photographer and videographer capturing this moment, and it is so important that you let them know ahead of time. DJs, let the photographer, videographer know when the next thing's going to happen. You want to make sure that they are set up, ready to go, so they can capture this moment. As you can tell, they needed to have their lights set up, their cameras set up, and get ready to capture these moments. So that's the speech portion. And then right here, I'm introducing the couple, or welcoming the couple for the first dance.
I couple over to the dance floor.
I still remember that first day. Got meals, drinks, and watching a quiet place. I knew I wanted to see you again.
So quick note, this was a special edit that I've made for the couple. Now, if you have any special edit requests, let your DJ know about anything that you would want, whether it's to trim different parts of the song, remove or trim out some things, remove some words, and you can make it happen. Now, obviously, it depends on the specific task in mind, but just communicate that with your DJ to see what they can do about it. But this was their song for their first dance.
We know a lot of people travel near and far to be here. So this side right here, moving it, this side squeezing.
All right, so right now I am preparing everybody for the group photo, and it's really important to work with your photographer and really be involved in just making sure everyone is set. Now, if you've noticed, I'm giving you a little hint right now. The backbeat is September. I created a loop for the melody. If people are tuned to the music, they will recognize, oh, this song is familiar. It's September. And guess what? After the group photo, I released that loop and continued with the actual song September and continued the dance party. So this is one of the things I do for group photos, is have the sound of the first song that we're going to kick off the dance floor and have that instrumental melody in the background to really prime and get your guests ready for that song to be played. So that's what we did here for Colin and Chantal. We had the couple up in front, and I worked with the photographer to give a few fun poses that everyone can do.
All right, perfect. Here we go. Let's go.
See, this is what I did right here. First song of the night. And then the venue turned off the lights shortly right after. I played some classics right here. Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody. Great moment right here. We started handing out some foam sticks. It's becoming more like a rave a little bit. They really do love their EDM. This is a remix or sample from Missy Elliott's Work It. I was able to switch into some hip hop right here. Some throwbacks. Oh, these are great right here. This is a classic song right here. Oh yeah. Let's go. Hey. Now this was a special song for the groom. Check this out. This is amazing right here. If you notice, my lights are reactive to my music. I use Sound Switch for the software. This is the closing song right here. Epic night.
Congratulations to Chantal and Colin. It's been a pleasure being your DJ tonight. I'm DJ MOJOE. You guys are an amazing crowd.
So real quickly about this crowd, I played a bunch of fun music. Majority of the people came from the Bay Area to San Diego, and that's pretty awesome. So I played some Bay Area music, and just I had an amazing playlist. I went live on Instagram walking you and then my viewers the playlist breakdown. So if you're interested, go on my Instagram, check out my live. If you go to the second tab under the videos or the reels, you'll find it where I was in my hotel room walking you through the playlist. It's been incredible. And right here, this was the last song of the night. We kind of ended the night early, around 9:45, 9:47 or so, because they have a grand exit and a private last dance that happened underneath this tent. So in just a few, you're going to see, we're going to line people outside in preparation for the grand exit, the grand finale, and then the private last dance from the couple.
You guys are an amazing crowd.
You're welcome.
You were amazing.
Thank you.
You killed all expectations.
Everyone literally
Not
said
even
you
lie.
killed it.
There was
So-
nothing that I could have imagined that would have gone above and beyond what I had tonight. So thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you. Well, enjoy this song. This song is for you.
So everyone's outside for the grand exit, and this is the private last dance. Now, this is something very helpful. If you want an intimate moment with you and your spouse and just want to take it all in. Remember what actually happened on your wedding day and just really solidify this whole wedding day experience. Having a private last dance could do the trick. And in order to have this private last dance, you need a reason to move your guests outside or away from this moment that you want to share with your spouse. So having a grand exit is a good reason for people to move to a different area so you can have this moment all to yourselves. And just make sure that you let your photographer know and your videographer know about that moment. Now, we were getting the guests ready. I heard one of the guests giving me compliment, and you know what? I was so in tune with the guests that I had to record those moments. So they were all cheering for, I guess, me on what a great job I did at the wedding. And you guys are incredible. This is an amazing crowd. And I really love the energy that they brought here tonight. And that is a wrap. Congratulations to Chantal and Colin. Such an amazing night. It was a whole bunch of their friends who really came all the way from the Bay Area to down here in San Diego. And we partied, got lots of compliments. We finished with a bubble exit towards the end. Another thing too, we had some ramen too, late night ramen around 9. Dessert table over there as well. It was super fun. Everyone just loved it, and they stayed to the very end for the grand finale. But here we are at Ethereal. We turned the lights so everyone can start packing up. And another good thing that happened today was that they actually had flip-flops. We had a box of flip-flops that were available for anyone who wants to change their shoes into something more comfortable. So we had that for the ladies. Which really helps them just dance longer, and their feet won't get tired. So yeah, some of the things that we happen here in terms of the sound, we had 4 speakers, my BassBoss speakers, the SV9 Mark II, the DV12 Mark III, and DV12 Mark III, and the SV9 back there with the BB15 subs. Sounds really good, so good that I had to dial the bass down just a little bit just to comply with the sound ordinance. But it sounds really good. I have 4 speakers because this is a big venue space, and I want it to sound really good. So that way when people are lining up by the bar, they can feel the music. So it was really fun and I was watching it happen when people were on the dance floor, when they moved to the bar, it's just a consistent volume and clarity of sound. So it was very important just so people and the guests could still feel the music and they can feel the vibe. So, well, that's it for now. It is kind of raining outside, so we're going to pack things up. Shout out to my assistant Emily helping me out here today. But yeah, if you have any questions, just want to let me know down in the comment section down below. Follow me on Instagram at DJ_MOJOE. It was so fun. Hip hop, EDM, man, a whole bunch. I wish I could record my mix, but if you want my playlist, let me know, and I'm happy to send it to you. And by the way, if you enjoyed this, if you're interested in having me as your DJ, let's talk. Go to my website, www.djmojoe.com. There's a link down in the description. Well, that concludes tonight's, and if you're interested in more videos, check out the cards that I have up here. All right, that's it for now. I'm DJ MOJOE, out. Yo, that was amazing. Chantal, Colin, congratulations once again. It's so nice to watch these clips and just relive the fun moments that we've created on your big special wedding day. For everybody else, check out djmojoe.com. If you're interested in having me, let's have a conversation to really understand what's important for your wedding and see how I can help. All right, but in the meantime, follow me on social, subscribe to the video, or subscribe to the YouTube channel, do all the YouTubey stuff. you know what to do. And follow me on Instagram at DJ_MOJOE to see what I'm doing. All right, well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you love the format, please let me know. I'm planning on making more video content like this. I think it will help you, and I think it's such a great way just to show what we do as DJs. Anyways, that's it for now. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.